Hey, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome to Saturday Night Live. I am your host, Lisa Diane Lyle, here to support your thrive as we live out the final 2 days of authentic August and move into soul synchronization September. I'm so excited. How are you? Um, We're not going to be here long. Let me know if this is clear. I did a last minute change to the back room here because my son, who is home for a few days, um, fell asleep on the couch where I was set up out in the living space. So I decided to move back here and let him get some sleep. So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to share some exciting stuff with all of you. I hope you're doing well. Um, I hope you're moving through whatever stage or phase of your personal healing journey with ease, with optimism, with a sense of excitement about your life as we move into really the last few weeks of summer 2025 here in the Northern Hemisphere. Of course, winter over there in the Southern Hemisphere. So at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our greatest and highest manifestation in this lifetime and our ability to witness with wonder and magic the unfolding of wishes and dreams coming true. So, as some of you may or may not know, yesterday was my birth to earth day, and I realized today, so I turned 55. Back in the day, they used to have this life insurance policy. I'm not sure if you're old enough to remember. I think London Life or State Farm put it out, and it was Freedom 55. And as I was spending time with a dear sister of my heart today, being spoiled by her, really, and then we went to nature and I got to spoil her. Um, I said to her, you know what? Back in the day, everyone used to talk about Freedom 55. It was financial freedom, and yay, then people got on with living life. You know what? I may not have the financial freedom. I have the true freedom. I have discovered truly what Freedom 55 means. It is soul freedom. It is freedom to be who we came here to be. And I guess that can take place at any age. I just thought it was kind of comical that that came up in that way today. So that says to me that the true freedom comes from allowing our soul to live freely, to roam freely in this lifetime. It's like this magical mystery ride. And it's about, I don't know, it's about fun. That's what I'm telling you. So I'm here. I'm not no expert in anything. All I can do is come here and share with you tips and tools and things I have come to discover or rediscover or uncover that are divine truths for all of us. So, hey, thank you, Sarah. Welcome, sister. Welcome, Sweet Pea. How are you? What a great picture you shared of your father. Yesterday. I saw it yesterday with the three lovely ladies behind him. What a sweet, sweet photo. I just had to say that to you, Pamela. Very sweet. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Sarah, for the birth to earth day wishes. It's like just the beginning of the season. I have felt rather I've just felt really content and quite spoiled in the energy of the last couple of days. And those of you who know, today is my Sunday. I go back to work, to the job tomorrow after a staycation. And the staycation could be described as rather sloth-like. from outside appearances looking in. And yet, on a cellular level, um, I have really felt guided over the last 10 days to support the regeneration of the regeneration of spirit, really, of the body. And that is a really important point I'd like to share at this time, how important it is for us to care for our body. Um, not in just the way we feed it and nourish it, also in the way that we gently care for it. Like, what is our body asking of us? What does our body need? And apparently, many of us need sleep. We need sleep. We need sleep. We need sunshine. We need water. We need good food to eat, and perhaps even some good company. And, you know, it is the simple things. And that's the Freedom 55, is the awareness and understanding that as long as we are feeding our soul, not feeding our ego, not feeding our senses so much. I've really learned. So many of you will have been here last week when I shared about the beautiful rings that I came across. And one of them was a beautiful peridot ring that I was wearing on my baby finger for the last week. And today, um, before I went out for lunch and I got myself dressed, I looked down at my finger because something felt strange. And I looked down at my finger and look at that. I've lost the main stone. And it's actually one of the little prongs here. As I mentioned, these were antique rings. It was a beautiful, rather large piece of peridot that once sat in there, and it no longer sits in there. And when I realized it was gone, I was with my girlfriend, and it was before we went for lunch. And I'm like, oh my God, look at my ring. It's missing a stone. And then she's like, oh, you'll find it. You'll find it. And you want to know what? I absolutely had no panic about it. There was no panic like, oh my God, I need to find it. Previously, I've been like that with things. And as I love this ring, and I loved the big stone in the middle. It looked like really an old fashioned engagement ring or something. And so I looked around, I retraced my steps. I came back into my apartment. I looked, not really, I didn't search, I just looked. And I haven't been able to see it. And I came back outside, and my girlfriend's like, hey, Gina, right here. It was a great day. And Gina's like, oh, you'll find it. You'll find it. It's okay. It'll be found. And I said, if it's meant to be found, it will come back in a magical way. And if not, one of the greatest gifts I felt today was the gift of like non-attachment. It's learning to let go. It's when we hold on to things, whether it's a thought process, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, whatever it may be. When we hold on, we block ourselves and prevent ourselves from receiving the gifts. So, if nothing else, if I never do find the stone, I trust that there will be another one that will call this space home one day. And, I'm okay with that. It looks so weird though. I won't wear it again until I either find the stone that fell out of it or a replacement to be put into it. So, and that's another thing. You may feel, meet me in the middle, right? Oh, yeah, that could be like meet me in the middle. Oh, that's a song. There's a country song, which I really quite like, but it's like, I can't remember it right now. But basically, they meet in the middle at the county line or whatever. And it's just talking about compromise and this kind of stuff. So, with the hole being there, and it looks strange, right? It looks weird, that there's something missing, or maybe we can use it to look through. I spy with the little looking glass. We, as we begin to let things go, as we get more comfortable in the process, in the growing up within our spiritual awakening. And I say awakening because it's ongoing. This whole woke movement, woke is past tense. It's actually a joke, and it's not a funny joke anymore. It's gotten to the point that it's ridiculous. I woke up this morning and then I jumped into the awakening that was available to me in the day. Yeah, Gina and I had a lot of fun today. I didn't post it as of yet. Gina and I did a round robin of row, row, row your boat today as I was standing on a rock in the middle of the creek, and Gina was on the shore and we were singing. And yeah, it was reminiscent of the early days in our connection, or days back there in our connection, when we used to do chanting at the healing center that I had there in Ajax. And in the beginning days of chanting, or we would just laugh. But we even did get into the round robin of the ohms and stuff. So it's super cool. Super cool. So before I lose too much, lose my train of thought, we may feel, as we're moving through this process of letting stuff go, letting people go, letting situations fall away, we may feel as if we're missing something, or as if something's missing, or there's a hole inside of us. And it's important to remember that we have always been whole. We have always been whole. There's no, people say, oh, my other half, 1221 there, my other half. If there is such a thing, if there is such a thing, it is not another half. It is another whole individual who has taken control, really, or sowed the seeds of love and healing in their life, that comes together with another completely whole individual, and the two merge as the one, if you will. And so there's nothing missing. There may be space within, and this is why rest is so critical, and why it's so critical that we listen to the physical body, because the body is always talking to us. The body is always talking. Maybe the mind is too. And that would be your first clue. If you're more up in this space, if you're feeling dis-ease, discomfort, lack of peace, lack of stability in the physical vessel, it may be wise to bring yourself down, lay down the swords of the mind, and ground through the soles of your feet, reestablishing connection to the earth beneath your feet. And these messages that are coming through in the coming days are very important if you are seeing this during Virgo season 2025. Yet I trust whenever you see it, there will be messages here for you, and there will be importance here for you for your healing journey. Those of us who are here real time, August 30th, 2025, moving into September 2025, it is so important for you to listen to that inner voice. Virgo, is, let's say, the healer energy of the zodiac, the divine feminine energy of the zodiac. And about health, our physical health, Virgos are very conscious of the physical vessel, and have a particular way about Virgo. There is a particular way. With all that being said, we all have Virgo placements somewhere in our natal chart. And this Virgo season, starting with a 0-degree new moon on the 23rd, and completing on the 21st of September with a 29-degree Virgo new moon. And on September 7th, we're going to have a total lunar eclipse. We won't see it here in the Northern Hemisphere, a total lunar eclipse in with the full moon of Pisces. It's considered a blood moon. Now, don't go, oh, ooh, scary. You may be seeing things out there. People will be saying, oh, ooh, be scared. It's a blood moon. It's a rare occurrence. And as much as it's a rare occurrence, we've had plenty in the last dozen years that I can recall since really connecting with the energy of the lunar cycles. We've had plenty of blood moons. And this is really about, with the messages shared the other day about the astrology of now, I had drawn a little fish, and inside the fish had written generational evolution. And so you and I are the generational linchpin, if you will. We're the one that blows it all out of the water. We're changing it. We are doing the healing. We're clearing the karmic cycles. We are tapped in and tuned in spiritually. And, you know, it may not seem like a big deal to you. You may go like, why am I, like, I'm still doing this. I'm still on this healing journey. What is the point of all of this? The point is your soul's freedom in this lifetime, this existence. There's only one lifetime where I'm going to be Lisa Diane Lyle, and I'm going to harness all the power now of Lisa Diane Lyle and who she is and what she came to be and build and co-create with the divine. And if I could give you any piece of advice, whatever age you are, whether you're 55, 25, or 85, harness your power and go for your dreams, because you only get one chance at it in this lifetime. Yes, the soul as an eternal essence gets many opportunities. Why would we squander away the opportunity to be who we are and who we came to be? Right? And it doesn't have to make sense. It's probably not going to look normal at all. Yet, what does normal look like these days? Have you been out in the world recently? Really? Come on. I don't know. If that looks normal, I'm happy with being, weird and out there. So the best gift you can give yourself is to be yourself and to show up for yourself, whatever you're hearing. Honor what you're hearing and take action accordingly. And a lot of people will say, well, I don't have time to do this, or I don't have time to do that, or, laying down and resting doesn't look like action. Remember, love is an action. So take time to love yourself and listen to the intuition, because it's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. That's all I can say. It's getting stronger. And as we go forward, you're either going to harness your power now, you're going to do the work now in the coming weeks, do the ceremony, do the releasing, the clearing away, because illumination is on the way. It's coming, right? It's getting clearer and clearer every day. And so the best gift you can give yourself is to trust your intuition. Listen within and act accordingly. And the action is the love that you show yourself. And then on the other side of the full moon on September 7th, it will be about the implementation of the new energy, or the integration of the new energy. And none of us, I will get to none of it one day, none of us have been here before. All of you who are here and resonate with anything shared here are spiritual warriors. You are the earth angels, the the wise ones, the medicine women, the medicine men who came into this lifetime to pour your medicine into your life and your experience of being human, of being divinely human, and whatever it takes for you to feel lighter, to feel more peace, to feel more ease, to experience more joy. That is true freedom. To go out there in the world and see the magic that is there for us every day, like the rainbows. Like I got a rainbow on the eve of my birthday, and then it's just been one thing after another, after another, after another. So I wasn't sure if I was going to share it with you. I am being guided to share it with you. At the end of the day yesterday, I was guided to just sit in front of the three decks of cards I've been using, which are my old, like I've been using them for years and years and years. And each of them was used first for me along my journey of spiritual development. What, Gina? Gina's saying her ring 2121. Her ring's also missing a stone now. I don't know. I don't know. I actually feel like maybe in the center of here is meant to be a purple stone, like an amethyst or sugilite or something like that. That is ridiculous. Or watermelon tourmaline. Oh, oh my gosh. So wacky. So that's so funny. And yet nothing's missing. We're whole and complete, and our stones, they'll come back to us or they won't. They'll roll on to another home, maybe. Um, so as I was sitting down last night, oh, before I get to last night, as we were out exploring the creek and stuff today, you would be amazed at how many treasures I found. And I actually I haven't really gone looking. I haven't found any treasures. Well, I do find treasures all the time, but at the creek, I can't say I really did. And the first treasure I found down there was this big piece of blue glass, but I dropped it and broke it. But this was all one. So this big piece of blue glass, and then it was just one after another, after another, after another. Oh my gosh. And this, like, and really big pieces. These are great big pieces of beach glass. What a beautiful. And then I found this piece of china. It looks like some sort of a china, bone china or something. And this big piece of pottery. It looks like pottery, fired clay. That was actually one of the first pieces I found. And then when Gina and I were carrying along our merry way, oh, actually, also, while we were there, I found a fish hook. And actually, it's this little fish hook. Some of you will have been here. I think it was probably 4 years ago. And, I've had the visual a lot over the years. Gina will definitely remember, and probably Pamela as well. The visual of hooks in the sacral chakra. And as I'm connecting with this hook tonight, which I found and thought was a treasure, it looks good. I don't think it was used at all. Many people, and if you're not feeling the peace that passes understanding, if you're not experiencing joy in the day to day, if you're not listening and honoring your intuition, so you're in this place of dis-ease and instability, it may be time to address the issues in the sacral chakra. And women, as much as it's important for men, women as the receiver in intimate connections, you know what I mean. Women tend to hold a lot more energetic hooks in this space. Hey, sis, welcome, Colleen. Happy Saturday. So that's just a little side note there, a little side piece there, that there may need to address some hooks and cleansing within the sacral chakra at this time. And so as Gina and I were carrying along our merry way, traipsing along the path, just before we encountered Mr. Snake, just before all of that, I found a little bag that had all these little beads in it, and they've got holes in them, and they're so pretty. I'm not sure if they're fishing things, because there's a lot of illegal fishers down there. So I'm not sure if it's a little bag of beads for a young girl that she was going to bead and put together, or if it's bobbers or something for fishermen. But they're so pretty. They're mine now. They're going to go into our treasure box. And that's it. So, um, yeah, the hooks, the energetic hooks. That's, Gina, I hope you find I recall seeing your blue ring today. Was it like an oval shape? I don't know. So strange. So strange, right? Strange things going on. Yet magical. Like it is a really, I feel so optimistic and hopeful for this time as we wind up the final 3 weeks of the growing season before we settle in for a rest in the nest through the autumn and winter. Yeah, I do. Huh. That's strange. So, last night, as I was wrapping up my day and heading to bed at 11:15, yeah, I think I don't know, like that size, Gina, like that little or smaller. So, anyways, as I was wrapping up the birthday, I felt compelled to pull some cards. I'm like, okay, guys, you want to give me a final message here as I, settle in for the night, like really in a heartful space, grateful for, um, just grateful for life and the day and the freedom of 55. And so they're like, yes, Lisa, Um, we'd like to show you some more. And so the first card, so I went to the Ask an Angel deck, which is unusual because I usually start with Archangel Michael. But I was guided to the Ask an Angel deck, and this card came out, Archangel Ariel and the Earth. I'm like, should I stop there? Should I stop there? And this is really representative. When I see this card and see the tree, many of you who know me know for years that I've seen the visual of myself as a tree. I see us all as trees, and are the key for us in order to experience our greatest and highest manifestation of soul expression and divine co-creation in this lifetime is to get ourselves grounded into the earth. And we do that through the soles of our feet, through the root, sacral, solar plexus chakra, so that our heart is the first chakra above the earth. And this is why our healing work is so critical. This is why the woke movement is a joke, because nobody's taking responsibility for themselves to yoke as the yoke themselves, as the creative spark of source of the divine. Not many are taking responsibility to travel that road, if you will. You are, I am. So below the heart, the development in age, if you will, below we get to the heart at age 21. And so it's so critical that we go back and address the stuff back there. It's so critical that we clear the hooks in the sacral chakra, that we heal through the roots and take that healing journey because the healing journey is about really first and foremost our stability. We are the simple fact that we're here is enough. And the fact that we're here, we are worthy and deserving of, let's start at the simple bare necessities, the basics, if you will, of life. And we grow from there. And we are worthy and deserving of emotional stability, emotional connections. And to experience that, we must develop and grow emotionally by healing our underdeveloped emotions, which trigger the ego and trigger this whole that really, like, through the root and sacral chakra. We really, and as we move into the solar plexus, many of us get into the experience of getting in touch with the body, touching other bodies, having other bodies touch our bodies. And that's like a melding pot, not in a really great way, not at this stage of the evolution of humanity, HUE, all of us. And so you and I are the ones here to transmute, to transform all of that. And as we move into September, it is really about synchronizing with our soul. I was saying syncing up with the soul today, and Gina's like, no, no, it sounds like the Titanic. We're going to sink. And it's like, I'll play the violin. As the Titanic was sinking, the guys were still playing the music. The orchestra was still going. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. It's not that. It's about syncing up to our soul. And we do that along our spine. And I would strongly encourage any of you, if you can get your hands on some selenite, and the spine-sized piece of selenite, I would strongly encourage you to do that and to sleep with that, to rest on that. It's only been a week in my life, and what a week it has been. What's the favorite movie? Did I say a movie here? Did I say a movie here? I don't even know. Tell me, Colleen, what's your favorite movie? Oh, yeah. We'll get back to the snake now. Oh, Titanic. Yeah, the Titanic. I said it. Anyways, so, selenite is supportive. September, so we had authentic August, where we're becoming more confident, if you will, to show ourselves, to share ourselves. We are courageous. We've walked through lion season, and we're still being supported by the loving energy of the pride, because we have Venus back there in Leo right now. And I'm not sure when Venus transitions into Virgo, probably as we're moving into Libra season. So we're in a time, folks. We are in a time. And so, yeah, we'll get to the snake. We'll get to the snake. I did mention the snake, but I didn't talk about the savior that came along and rescued the snake or anything. We did that. We did that. We saved that snake. So if you can begin to see yourself as this tree energy, it's really important that you begin to clear down and out through your roots. 3333, my number for Mother Earth, the divine feminine, working with the angelic realms here on Mother Earth to be the ascending master. And the master is not one who is elevated above another. The master is one who walks authentically and integrally with their own heart, puts into practice all of this spiritual wisdom and knowledge that they have gained through the healing journey, and continues to grow and evolve, and reaches out the heart and the healing hand to another brother, sister, to support and perhaps ignite the flame of another to begin their own awakening to the tree of life. And so we're the tree of life, and at the heart space is a flower of life. We could look at it like the lotus, and the root and the sacral and solar plexus are the dark, deep mud of the experience. And my son's up. Maybe I should have stayed out there. He woke up anyways. And, you know, the dark, deep experience of growing up through our roots, of coming to terms that we are responsible for our experience here in the flesh, and taking that responsibility, taking that action, showing ourselves love to grow up through the soles of the feet, the legs, the root, sacral, and solar plexus, so that we get to the heart and experience freedom, freedom 55 here, freedom to be alive, the freedom in knowing that you have a right to be here. We all have a right to be here, and we are all eternally connected to source. We are all sparks of creation, and we're all swimming, hopefully playing, not drowning, not the sinking of the ship, sinking and aligning with the soul ship, the mothership, if you will, the mothership of the soul, which is the heart. And we can easily connect to our own heart through the soles of our feet. I know, strange, eh? It's true though. It's true. So we got the earth. The earth was the first card that came out. And then the next one was a new earth transformation from a different deck, from the Blue Angel Oracle, from the angel, ask an angel, from the Blue Angel. Earth and a new earth transformation. And this is a number 19, which is the sun energy, the happiest card in the major arcana. The sun, we can have it all. Remember the meditation, the visual that I had in meditation of the key floating through the cosmos, and there were two suns there, and the key floated towards one sun, entered the sun, and the two became one. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And this card speaks of the transformation that we're going through. It also speaks of trusting the intuition and allowing the intuition to guide you on the journey of healing, because it's about your personal healing. That's what we're here for. And our healing opens the door to the experience of more love in physical form. But we got to remove those hooks. We got to get rid of those things down there in the lower chakras. Do the healing work, take that walk. It's not always easy. It's quite challenging and confronting many times. And yet you are the brave heart, the lion heart who came here for that walk. You are the one in your lineage who came as the link that breaks the chain of the karmic cycle, moving forward into this transformation that's taking place on Mother Earth. And it's taking place whether we want to participate in it or not. It's taking place. You and I, with some consciousness, with some forethought, with some daily action, we can support the greatest, elevating the outcome to the greatest and highest outcome. That's what I'm here for. And in order to experience that, we must be willing to shut the back door. The next card that came out was the Eternal Flame, or the Ancient of Days, the Eternal Flame. And it's a 31. 13 is my number for the Divine Feminine, so I see that here. 1 + 3 is the Emperor energy, Divine Masculine. New Earth, Mother Earth, Empress, Emperor. Coming online, the souls coming online. September is about this. We're working on aligning and clearing through our spinal column, our Jacob's ladder that resides within the physical vessel. And we are, and as we do that, souls are syncing up and aligning to greater experience of soulful connection, soul family, soul tribe. Because we are the ancient ones, and it's not about going back and, knowing what our forefathers did or anything like that. We're here to do it different. We've got the what do I want to say? It's not the cellular. Maybe it is the cellular. It's more like the structural, the DNA. we have that memory within us. And as we clear and heal, we come back to the purity of heart. We come back to the original soul print, the purity of form, and we are reborn. And what comes forth is wisdom that we have always carried with us, because we are the evolutionary gateway. Evolution number 38, 11, 1, 1, the gateway. Soulmate, soul union, the flame, like so many things. These cards were coming yesterday, and it was like, oh my gosh, like we are amazing. We're amazing. And we have to understand we're not late. If there's one piece of advice I could give you, especially those of you who have been traveling with me for, at least a decade in this life, maybe a handful of years, even if you joined in 2024, you joined in 2025, whenever, but especially for my sisters that have been with me since the beginning of, me sharing spiritually with the world, if you will. It's so important that you take the steps you're being guided to take at this time, 4114 there, because we are either setting ourselves up, you're either setting yourself to experience soul freedom, or you are setting yourself up for a healing crisis. And Virgo is, because Virgo governs healing, Virgo governs the digestive tract in the body. It's, clean up your own poop, clear yourself up, get those intestines running, it just feels like it's really important. And this would be a good month, this full moon, the blood moon coming up on the 7th of September, next Sunday, I believe. That would be a very, very good moon to do a parasite cleanse. However you do it, I like working with pure gum spirits. That's my go-to. There's plenty of other things: black walnut, cloves, pumpkin seeds, so many things. Listen to your body. And then that doesn't mean you don't go and, research things. Of course you do. Or ask someone that, maybe does these kind of things. We're here to help one another. And we're here to help ourselves. We're here to help ourselves first and foremost. And then if we're very lucky, maybe what we've learned can help someone else. So we don't want you going into a healing crisis by the end of September, moving into the autumn. So whatever the intuition, whatever the guidance is you're receiving, whatever the messages you are receiving from your heart, from your team, trust it and take action accordingly. Because if you go back, there's nothing new for you back there. There's nothing new for you back there, because we're going towards prosperity. We are going towards soul freedom. We're syncing up with our soul. We are aligning through our spines. We are living life divine. And you know what? If someone doesn't like our shine, oh well. Oh well. I mean, who said it to me? I think it was Kiva said on my rainbow video. She's like, oh my God, Lisa, every time I see a rainbow, it's like I've seen a unicorn in the sky. And that's exactly how I feel too. Someone told me I was delusional once, and I almost fell off my unicorn. Like that was many years ago. And many, many years ago. But you know what? It is beautiful. It's a miracle. And it's not the big things. Again, soul freedom 55. It's not what London Life was offering back there in the 80s or 90s, or State Farm. I think it was London Life, Freedom 55. Freedom 55 is truly what I'm experiencing in this life. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so freaking proud of myself. I'm so freaking proud of all of you, because honestly, you're on the same trajectory. You may not be feeling it yet. That's okay. Gina and I were talking today and sharing, and we've been traveling this lifetime. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks, Gina. Woo, woo. Gina's got some bells too. I don't even have my bells back here tonight, because I was last minute changed to the back room. But Gina and I were talking about when we first, many of you who have been here for since 2012 and stuff, back then we were talking about, you know, well, I was sharing and doing work as a planetary grid worker, in service to the greatest and highest good of humanity. And it was through working with the waters, through working with my connection to the earth, through working with sound, my voice and drum, and as intuitively guided by source. And so it's really, we're coming back. It feels like in 2025, and particularly as we've moved through this solstice season, it's like, oh my gosh, I almost forgot who I was. I almost got buried under other people's shit. I almost got buried under my own shit. My anger and resentment about stuff that went down after Frank passed, and I'm over it all. I'm over it. I'm over the childhood. I'm over it. And here at 55, I've never been more excited or grateful or happy to simply be alive. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life, and it may not look like much to you, but hey, you know what? Wishes and dreams do come true. And God and my team said to me the other day, "Will you just let us show you? Will you just settle down and let us show you?" And I'm like, "Okay, all right." Knock my socks off before I put them back on. Knock my socks off. Actually, I've already put socks back on this year. But this was the next message I got last night. Prosperity. I'm the gateway. I'm the evolutionary soul who came here and who is always guided. All I need to do, Jake, can you not turn that on just yet, please, babe? Okay. Just don't. Thank you. I'm always guided. I'm the one. This is a 20. Is it 24? Yeah. Remember yesterday, the message was, if you're feeling discomfort in the space of the 5 energy, the change is coming whether you like it or not. You better get on board, switch into glide, right? And the switching to glide comes as a result of the deep dive. There's no way around it. I mean, you can try to deke it out and do all these silly things that we do, but I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. If I can be a living example to those of you who are decades younger, trust your heart more. Trust your heart more. Everything I feel, and I'm an older version of the 25-year-old Lisa D. Lyle, who received the messages back then through writing and is still receiving them today. If I just didn't trust along the way, right? Oh, that's a tall order. That's ridiculous, right? And I had more pain to get through. I had more growing up to do. I had more healing, a lot more healing, and a lot more growing up to do. And so the sooner you switch into that deep dive energy, you take it, you see yourself as the tree, you take responsibility for clearing yourself up from the roots up to your heart. So then you can begin to truly be an expression of source divine in this life and co-create the abundance of a lifetime. Again, folks, Freedom 55 is not about financial freedom. At least it hasn't been my experience. Freedom 55 is about the freedom of the soul of the one and only Lisa Diane Lyle in this lifetime, who came to be the one and only Lisa Diane Lyle in this lifetime, and to be a missionary, if you will, or an emissary for the light, for God, for creation. I know it's redonkulous. I know, but hey, it is what it is. I can just go with the flow because I am eternally guided. This is the 24/6 choice point. We got to make choices. We got to make choices. And when we make the choice, don't stall out. Go for it. Take the action. Remember, love is an action, and love is the action we do for ourselves. Go in the direction of your joy. Release and let go of what's weighing you down, what's not feeling good in your experience. Let it go and move in the direction of joy, because we are the eternal star. We are the God spark. Oh, we're so beautiful. And the most beautiful thing about us is our heart. I don't care what you look like, I mean, because when you are authentic, when you are when you're showing your true self to the world, when you take off all the silly masks, and not to I don't mean to demean anyone at all, shape in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we've all worn masks. Again, as I say, I simply come here as one who has walked. I can't share anything. I can't. If I'm not being real, you're going to know, right? And if I mean, I wouldn't come here if I can't be real. Y'all know, and the many times I've disappeared from this space, I've disappeared. I've disappeared because if I can't be real, I'm not going to share, right? And there's been times when I haven't wanted to share. I haven't wanted to be real. I haven't wanted to let people know what's going on in my life or what's going on in my journey, right? Because I wasn't living in alignment with my own soul. So, that's the beauty of, I guess that's the beauty of getting older. We get to keep going and we get to keep showing up. You want to sing it, Gina? You want to do that? You're putting joy, joy, joy down in my heart, down in my heart. You're taunting me to sing? Are you calling me out? We can go for it. It's like a dance off or whatever, sing off. But like I love Gina so much. I'm so grateful for her presence in my life. What a gift her friendship, her sisterhood has been to me over the last I mean, it's been a while now, Gina, right? Like I don't even know what year. 2010, 2012, 2012, 13, 14 years or so. Um, that's right. Are you calling me to a sing off? I'll do it. Okay, so let's let me. Okay, let's. I'm getting sidetracked. I just want to share this last little thing. And six is also the lover's energy. So again, it's the we do our part. We can trust that those who are meant to be in our life are doing their part, and at some point in time. At some point in time. Hey, Kiva, I just mentioned you saying about how you thought rainbows every time you see one, it's like you've seen a unicorn flying through the sky. I know, I know. Yeah, Jake, yeah, I think it's 14 years, Gina. I'm so grateful for the friendship. And Gina's always game for anything that I got cooking. So I really appreciate that because not everybody is. And what I've usually got cooking is silliness and fun. I laugh a lot, we sing a lot, we dance, it's playful. And this is what I'm so grateful for the friendship uh, that allows that space. And so today, like I said, we did the round robin of row your boat down at the lake. At the lake. Where was I today? I was at the creek. We did the row your boat round robin. And then when we were finished our time by the creek and we were heading back up, we're walking along the trail. I was padding along barefoot as I do. And I looked down, I was about to take a step, and there was this little snake there, a little garter snake. He tried to attack us. He didn't really try to attack us, but he opened his mouth and hissed at us. He didn't really do that either, but he did open his mouth. And in the picture I've got, I zoomed in. He's got little teeth. He had little teeth in there. Anyways, we see him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we were excited to see him, but we're like, because we're girls, and as I said, as a girl, I have a few things, mice and apparently little snakes. I could have done it though. I could have done it. I love you too, Gina. I could have done it. So anyways, this little snake was curled at my feet. I almost stepped on him. And then I'm like, Gina, a snake, look. And we were like, and then I got in there with my camera to get a picture. And I'm like, I don't think this is he did open his mouth and hiss at us, right? And then I'm like, I don't think we were kind of protecting him because it's a bike path. And we saw people down there on these motorized things and even some guy in a little car. I think it's supposed to be on the road. Anyways. So I'm like, oh my gosh, should I pick him up and move them into the grass. Like, we don't want them to get killed. And then I look, and in the distance, I see a man. And I'm like, oh, maybe that guy could help us out in this situation. He wasn't that far away. And I'm like, so we're standing there, and I said, oh, hey, do you think you could help us save this little snake? And he's like, yeah, of course I can. And so he reaches down. Did he reach down? When he reached down, he had his mouth open. So he picks him up behind the head. He was really little. And then he goes and puts him in the grass. And so we're like, oh, thank you. Thanks for saving the little snake. And then as he's walking away, I'm taking a picture. And I said, so Gina, when we put this out there to the public, we're going to say that we picked this snake up and we saved him. We put him on the grass. And he started laughing. It was just a joke. I said, no, we'll give you credit for being the divine masculine and showing up for us damsels in distress. We weren't really in distress. Yeah, we weren't really in distress, but we were a little like, I haven't seen. It's kind of like when we met Matt Rock up there, and we asked him if he was the pizza delivery guy, and he ended up feeding us pizza when we went paddle boarding. So yeah, and so then we were reflecting on the energy of snake. We're in the year of the wood snake. 2025 is the year of the wood snake, a universal 9 year. And it's all about transformation. It's all about shedding of the skin. It's all about letting love win in our life. And in order to let love win in our life, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our vessel. And so as we live out the final day of authentic August and transition into soul synchronization, I just want to say soul sinking, SYNC, not sinking like the Titanic, Gina. Don't panic. Don't panic. And don't panic because it's a blood moon, folks. There's going to be a lot of people out there that say this is prophecy. This blood moon, it means kaput for the earth. Bullshit. They said that about the end of the Mayan calendar. And like I said, in the last 13 years since I've been consciously following the phases of the moon, we have had many blood moons, probably 2 handfuls. I've chased them around to get pictures. So do not panic. This is about ancestral clearing, karmic healing, and it's about your sacred journey with your very own beautiful heart, life cycles, family, and transformation. So 2 cards that I received as so these were my birthday messages. Look what's on the bottom here. Good news. And then under her, wisdom of the ages. Oh my God. It's time to get excited again about life, folks. And your journey, your sacred journey, is unique and special to you. And it's a journey well worth investing in. You are well worth investing in. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. That's the truth. And we can all be amazing, and we can all experience soul freedom. I can't wait to tell my parents I figured out really what Freedom 55 means. It was never about a life insurance policy. I'm my life insurance policy. Actually, Frank used to tell me I was his retirement plan, and so I do feel excitement, though, about, prosperity opening up, soul connections coming in. I visualize myself as the feminine within a power couple energy. And I know that is meant to be my experience. And I, like God and my team, asked me, can you just let us surprise you? Can you let us show you and help you to see wishes and dreams come true without putting yourself all in on it? I'm like, okay. Soul Sister Freedom 55, go for it. Have I got a plan for you? And I'm not a shyster. I'm not trying to get anything from you. I'm not about the snake oil. It's about shedding the skin and allowing your authentic self to show. It's about becoming comfortable in our skin. I was guided back to this little powerhouse yesterday. I actually had to go looking for it. And now that I say that, my bear, my bloodstone bear, they have me. I need to find the bloodstone bear. So I've been sleeping with a ton of crystals for months now. And in the last week, large pieces of selenite. And bloodstone was a stone that I was asked to put in there a few nights ago. And I woke up this morning and that thing was literally stuck on my hip, on my left hip, interesting enough, on my left hip. And it stayed on me when I got out of the bed. And I was like, what is that? And it was like this bloodstone slab. Again, speaking to this energy of generational like generational healing, generational karmic clearing. You are the seed of generational evolution. Remember, I drew that little fishy and wrote those words in there. Generational evolution. You are the revolutionary. And so it's time to get back to the tools that you know and trust. Trust the guidance you receive that lifts you up, right? That gets you feeling excited about life. If whatever you're dabbling in or playing in or whatever. Oh, nice. Gina made 2 bell bracelets today. We did craft time after our time in nature. And then we sat and had a tea and did craft time. And Gina made herself some more bracelets, and I completed my trinity of anklets. Well, 2 anklets with the trinity of strings of bells on them. So, these are tools. These are tools. And it doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be like a retreat over around the world and to go and seek enlightenment. I mean, those are nice experiences to have if you get to have them. And yet we can do it all right here on the home front, right down by the creek, in the park across the street in our backyard or whatever. And we can use the tools. So I was guided back to this little powerhouse. This is a piece of, it was gifted to me many years ago by a dear friend. And it's raw citrine. You can't even see it here. Oh, there, you can start to see it a little better. This baby packs, it's powerful. Citrine's for our, something's happening with the throat tonight. Citrine is powerful for the solar plexus. Let's see if it fits in my ring, in the hole in the ring. It doesn't. So for those who missed it, remember my beautiful peridot ring I bought myself? I lost the middle stone. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm going to keep it. It's a beautiful ring. If the stone comes back, great. If not, I trust there's another to go in there. I actually, if the peridot doesn't come back, I see something purple in there. And purple and green are the colors of the natural born healer, right? Heart chakra, third eye. And then we get our solar plexus online. Once we do the healing, folks, we can't jump up 10 levels. And then it's kind of like skipping children ahead in school, right? Because they're gifted, or holding them back because they're not so gifted. They're probably actually quite gifted. We can't like run ahead. And we may try and we may go, I'm smarter than, my team. I know that this is okay. I'm going to do, or we may just not want to do what we're being asked to do, right? Because in order to change, we have to make choices that feel good to us. And most of us are, many are comfortable in, just the routine of it all. I don't know. Boring. If I was a unicorn, I'd fart. I'd fart bubbles at you right now. Like, boring. Maybe I am a unicorn. I don't know. Thanks for helping me make the bell bracelets. Oh, you're so welcome. It was so much fun, Gina. Like, I want I went to an awesome festival in Y Wyoming. Guess what I found there, Lisa? Bells. I bought all sorts of cool antique bells. Love them, and even got a bell bracelet. That is so cool, Kiva. I love that. There was one time I kind of, again, when I'm by myself, like I'm brave, I'm courageous and all that. Sometimes though, when it's like to go in and, like there may be snakes or something like that, I don't do it. And so one time I was down by a creek. It was in Ajax where I used to live, and the water, it's like this little hideaway spot. Anyways, I was there, a place I went to often, and this one day over the water was so high at that time. I was so upset because over on the other shore, like on the other bank, the river bank, I saw a massive old school bell, like a school bell. And I was beside myself that I could not get over. I didn't have the courage to get into the water and walk over there and get it. I was, maybe if I would have had someone else with me, I would have done it. I was too nervous to do it on my own. But it was a beautiful old brass bell. And I can remember like the teachers even holding those old bells, the brass bells with the wooden handles. Yeah. You even got a bell bracelet. That's so cool. Oh, I got a bell. I got some bells on my, that doesn't look great, does it? But on my little, on my waist, the tie for my skirt. Yeah. So get your hands on the bells, all the cowbells. I'm looking for a cowbell. I'll even take a triangle. Remember the triangles? I'll take anything. Instruments. I do have a dear friend, colleague, bought me some finger cymbals. My son's home. Maybe I'll get him to help me tie them. I can't get them. They're too loose on my fingers right now, and I haven't done that. So I do have those. Anyways, so how's it going with all of you? How is it going? It's because we screamed that he opened his mouth. Maybe we need oh my gosh. I'm nervous about them. We used to see quite a few snakes in the Nova Scotia when we'd visit my grandparents in the summer. They lived in a very wooded area, rural South Shore, Nova Scotia, and there was lots of wildlife, snakes and porcupines and, lots of deer and stuff, moose, all that kind of stuff. He did open his mouth and hiss at us. So the story is going to get better as we continue to tell it. We may scratch that guy out of the story and just say that we saved him. Gina grabbed a stick and Lisa went in there to grab him by the tail, and the tail wrapped around her and Lisa panicked and Gina got the stick out. we were imagining how it would all go. I said I was surprised the man grabbed him behind the head. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was going to grab his tail. And she's like, oh no, you wouldn't have wanted to grab his tail. He would have turned around and bit you. And I'm like, and then I would have threw him and he would have landed in your hair and we would have had to get him out of your hair. And yeah, hope the little guy survives. Hope we didn't, we saved his life. Yes, Gina, yes. I have a bell ring, a bell that I ring to clear the energy. Yeah, I have one. Is my little one in here too? I have quite a few. There's so much stuff around here. And again, it's just little trinkets and things that I find along the way or that come my way as tools. So, um, yeah, good. I'm glad you're feeling the positive vibes as we end up clear out Authentic August and move into Soul Synchronizing September. Yeah, Soul Synchronizing September, supported by our favorite crystal, selenite. That's me. I mean, oh, selenite. Speaking of which, look, I got another piece here. This stuff is, if you can get your hands on it, this was a lamp at one point in time. It's got a hole in there, but I could always make it a lamp again. Selenite. Oh, I inspired your Bella obsession. I hope it's a positive obsession. As long as it elevates, I'm good. If it's not, if it doesn't feel good, then I'm not okay with that. I don't want that. Yeah, but hey, a Bella obsession's not a bad obsession. The part is true. We saved his life. That's right. The divine feminine getting help from the divine masculine. Happily receiving. Yeah, that guy felt like such a hero. We made him. We're like, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much for saving that little snake. You made our day. And I think he felt very proud of himself. And, that's important too. It's like when I remember years ago, 15, 16 years ago, down at the lake at my healing tree. And I was sitting there and I was just getting ready to pack up and leave. And I was looking over at this other little part and I saw, like, I didn't see who it was, but I saw like rocks skipping. And this, like, I've never seen rocks skip like that. I can do three, maybe four, five skips, but I was like counting 10, 11. I'm like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? Who is this person? I didn't say guy. I'm like, who is this person with the phenomenal rock skipping skills? So as I was packing up to leave, I saw this young man walking away and I yelled out, as I do, hey, excuse me. I said, are you the guy with the phenomenal rock skipping skills? This guy lit up like 100-watt light bulb, and it was the start of a great friendship. And we had a friendship for many, many years. Unfortunately, I had to sever that connection this year as well. And it's rather unfortunate because I quite cared for that young man. I still do. Um, so, anyways, it's important that we acknowledge, and as much as women perhaps like compliments and to hear nice things, men have the same desire, how could they not? And I feel like it's important to acknowledge when we told him, we're like, you are, thank gosh, an alpha walked our way, someone who wasn't afraid. So yeah, that was nice to see him excited, and it was nice. Uh, my friend, yeah, it was nice connecting with him at that time and seeing how he lit up. And we had a great conversation that first day. And like I said, we were great friends for on and off for better part more than a decade. And unfortunately, I had to disconnect, which is sad, right? It's sad when we look back and all the people that we've had to disconnect on because, what the real reason for the disconnect was, let's be honest, it wasn't a divine masculine energy. It was an energy that was objectifying me and I didn't appreciate it. And so, unfortunate for him, he lost a good friend and so did I as well until that. Yeah, so, yeah, and that's the way it goes. Yeah, you can't be down when you jingle, and that's a great way to clear the space. Working with bells in the corners of the home space, clear the energy. You remember when we were little and we were learning how to read, and there would be the little bell to turn the page? It's so great, and it feels every time I hear that, I feel like elementals, like and angels. So like Tinkerbell energies and angels. So yeah, yeah. No, you can't. Yeah, Colleen, for those who don't know, Colleen saved a man's life this week. Um, he was so lucky you were there. Yeah, I know. I'm great for tickling funny bones. I like my funny bone tickled. I like to tickle funny bones. Um, and I think laughter is like bells, the soul's bells to God's ears, right? The universe, it's almost like everything lightens up when we laugh, when we're experiencing joy, and not fake laughs like oh, I mean, whatever your laugh is, but like a true authentic belly laugh. A laugh is joy, and it can lift our mood and elevate us. And so, yeah, I'm feeling on this Sunday evening in my world at 8:48, 12:12 is how my brain sees that. Um, yeah, I'm feeling really grateful. I'm grateful for the time away from the workspace. I'm grateful for the time spent at home nurturing the soul and supporting soul growth. And I'm grateful to the freedom that 55 has seems to bring, and I'm really excited about what is coming forward for all of us as we move deeper into September and Virgo season, soul synchronization September, and sinking into the here and now, aligning via our spines. If you're not feeling optimistic and hopeful and positive at this time, get focused on clearing before September 7th. Okay. And I don't like to say before this, before that. It is important though, because we're working real time with real energies that aren't just a snapshot in time. And yet, when we are real time with these energies, this is when they are most potent. And this is when they are most powerfully transformative for us. So please don't be afraid of how powerful you are. Onward and upward to the stars and beyond. With that being said, everyone, I really feel like I'm going to say so long, arrivederci, buenas noches, good night. I don't know it in any more languages. Sorry, not really bilingual. Soul Synchronization September. Love it. Yeah, and Tristan's coming in to help us close out. My sweet little cat who got to spend some time with Auntie Gina today. All the animals were happy. This old guy. Grateful he's still alive too. And with that being said, I am going to tap out. I will be here tomorrow. So going forward, we will do Daily Divine at 12:21. As I am guided going forward, I will be live one evening during the week, Friday or Saturday, to engage and to do some free reads for you. And so if I'm going live Friday, I won't be live at 12:21, and I'll let you know kind of as we go. So whatever night I'm coming live, there won't be a daytime live, but anytime there will be one nighttime live weekly, Friday or Saturday, depending on the intuitive guidance I'm receiving. It was nice to hang out with you too, Gina. And then every other day that we're not here, that one night live. So 6 days a week, we will be live here at 12:21. And going forward, it's going to simply be like an energy check-in, letting y'all know what I'm feeling. Because as one who feels deeply, and oftentimes I am feeling it ahead of the wave of what's coming in, ahead of what a lot of people may be experiencing. As one here, I guess, as a planetary grid worker, as a healer, whatever you want to call it. So I come here to share with all of you and hope give you some encouragement, some optimism in times that may be rather unsettling. And with any luck, offer some inspiration and a tool or two that you're able to use as you move into your experience of heaven on earth and and the life of your dreams. I got it so famously. Hey, Pamela, so happy to be part of your soul famously. Soul family, I got it. I would have understood what you said, but it's good for a laugh. Oh my God. What isn't good for a laugh? I mean, the angels are laughing with us. Yeah, I'm having so much fun with life. All right, soul famusili. Soul fasuli. Hey, soul fasuli. You want some pasta fasul? Um, wishes and dreams do come true. Yes, I'm talking to you. Anyways, I'm getting crazy. I'm just like going in circles here, aren't I? I think it's time for me to go and hang out in my zero gravity chair for a couple of hours, look at the sky, look at the stars, make a wish or two, and get to bed because I got to go back to the job tomorrow. Ugh. I can do it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Anyways, everyone, hope to see you here tomorrow at 12:21. Until then, get out there and have some fun. Ring some bells. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. The only thing better would be is if I had my damn bells here. I'll have them tomorrow. We'll do it again. Encore. So with that being said, everyone, get out there. Have a great day. Pamela, Kiva, Colleen, Colleen, thank you so much for showing up and engaging tonight. Pamela, thank you for spoiling me. Gina, thank you for spoiling me today. I had so much fun with you, a great breaking bread with you and sharing some dessert. And yeah, happy having you in our soul famously. So, I'm so glad you're a part of my soul famously. I'm so glad you're part of my soul family. Pamela, you too, sis. Kiva, you too. All of you. If you're watching this on the replay or if you're catching it, you're hiding here watching the live. I'm grateful for you. Everyone, please consider subscribing to this channel. You know, I will be your entertainment, your spiritual guide to a joyful, fun, and fulfilling life. Until next time, thank you for saying I'm adorable. I think I am. I think I am. And that's a part of Soul Freedom 55, right? Freedom 55. I'm grateful to be alive and I think I'm freaking adorable. And you know what? I trust someone out there does too. And until next time, everyone, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up in my life. Thanks for showing up in your very own life. And let's like switch the ride to glide. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm heading. I'm sliding down that rainbow into my own treasure chest of my own making. And, you know, I hope you're doing the same too. So, with that being said, I see you, I feel you, I love you. We've done this before. It's like Groundhog Day. I got to go. Until next time, take good care. I don't know what I'm doing. See you, everyone. Oh my gosh. Bye. Oh, God.